All for you, I'm down and diligent. Just know I'm down and diligent. I'm down and diligent. Ay, mama always working late. Daddy didn't work today. I got all these bills to pay, and I'm not even thinking straight. Probably twisting up a wood, trying to see what's up today. I've been engineering all my music, feeling all type of way. Drowning in my thoughts, I might get lost up in this tidal wave. Maybe I'm just tired of Seattle, I need brighter day. I get way too high, I lose my mind, I'm thinking all type of shit. Look through in your eyes, I see a star, son, your future lit. Smiling at your mama, all in love, that's my type of chick.
Yo, what's the deal, man? What's happening? Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what it is. It's a pleasure to be in here today, man, with some great people. Good people, man. Real stand-up dude. I'm gonna get straight into it. This is a man that I met doing community work in the city of Compton. As you know, man, he got a journey. A lot of trials, a lot of tribulations that he came out of. Also, the author of his self-titled book, Chin Up, Chest Out, which we're gonna also get into this interview. But y'all, shout out to my boy Brandon Smith, man.
So,
Thank you for coming today, bro.
appreciate you, Brody.
It's a pleasure having you, man, and doing the great things that you are doing. Let the people know where they can follow you at and what you got going on coming up in the community.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Appreciate y'all for having me, man. Peace
Yeah,
and
most
blessings,
definitely.
man.
Most definitely.
My name is Brandon Smith. You can follow me on all social media platforms at One and Only LD. We got a lot of projects that we're working on, mostly in like the real estate space and, just helping build and uplift our community, man. Compton is something that's important to us, and we're here to be of assistance, add value.
Most definitely, man. And I want to thank you for doing a great service for the community, because we need brothers like you, that's like myself, that's doing that great service and leading the
Appreciate that, bro.
youth. That this is the cool shit.
Yeah.
You don't got to jump out there and do the bullshit to get acknowledged.
Oh, no,
You know?
for sure. If that's what you're looking for, for the youth who are looking to be acknowledged, like there are more ways to be acknowledged, something that is positive, that, can uplift you, help you, become the best version of yourself, and not something that's destructive as the streets,
Straight up.
One thing for sure is it's rare that you hear anybody jump off that porch into the streets and win. So why
Tell
would
me
you want
about
to just start off on a losing mission?
Straight up.
So,
Yeah, it's only you designed to fail,
for sure.
right? But we got to have those people like yourself that's influencing the young people in our community that it is these two ways. And let me show you that this the cool way.
Oh, for
You
sure.
know? But I want to get into it and shout out, man, your brother, man, Bunko.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I want to get straight into it, man. I want to talk about your childhood coming up, man. What was your childhood like coming up, and what was your household structure?
I'm glad you structured the question the way you did, because my childhood was mix of experiences that weren't necessarily within my household.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
yeah, absolutely. So for those who don't know, like I'm the child of a probation officer. Like my mom is a probation officer.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But my dad was outside. So for me, it left me to choose whose path I was gonna follow. And unfortunately, at a early age, man, I jumped off the porch in '96. You know what I'm saying? So at an early age, I chose to follow my pop's footsteps. And so that put me in direct odds with my mom and what was going on within our household.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So did moms, was she seeing that turn in you, like you transitioning more to follow your dad's footsteps? Because that's the importance, like, of fatherhood to me too. But at the same time, they're young, and you got to give your parents grace, like, cause they don't got this shit figured out as much as we think they did when we were young.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Now mom's was she was on it, bro. She was on it, but you know what I'm saying? I am both of their child, so I had a little good game, so I was able to hide certain stuff. But when you're in the streets, certain shit is inevitable. Like if you really outside, like you can only, mask or hide it from your moms and whoever's in your household for so long, because you're gonna have suspensions coming when you in school because you're getting cracking. You're gonna have your mom's finding paraphernalia and stuff in the house because you participating in those activities. You know what I'm saying? So, she I played basketball, so she was like, and I was an honor student. You know what I'm saying? So she like, okay, he's smart. He focused on basketball. But at the same time, she didn't know I was jumping over counters with pistols and, doing harm in our community. Yeah.
Damn, that's scary
Oh,
right there. You know, you got something you want to add to that, bro?
nah,
Coming into it,
I
bro?
chime in, but
Yeah, yeah, most definitely,
for the most
man.
part, he he talking right. That's what he was doing
Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
Hmm.
I know from past experience, we went to high school together. It's really my brother right here. Like,
Yeah, yeah, straight
we was
up.
from the same clique, all that. Like, we
Sure.
was, yeah, we done some stuff.
Straight up, man.
For
Straight up.
sure.
Glad y'all could be here today to talk about it in a way
Man,
that, you know.
that's,
You don't even know how much. That's the
man,
blessing, though.
that's the blessing.
You don't even
That's
know.
the blessing. Right there,
straight
what you
up.
just said.
The stereotypical stuff. They say coming from where we come from, bro. We beat the odds if we make it to 18.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Come
So
on, man.
I just turned 40, man. So for me to be here 40 years old after the lived experience that I have,
Yeah.
like, that's a blessing, man.
Shout
All
out
praise
to you,
and
bro.
glory to
Shout out
God,
to
you
you
know?
for that. Yeah.
Sure.
Had to be doing something right at a certain point in your life to still be here, you know? So, man, shout out to you for that, man. On turning 40. I see you did it. You did it up for your birthday too, huh?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did it.
most definitely.
We did it up for sure.
Most definitely, man.
Hey, yeah, it was crazy,
Yeah,
man. Like,
sure.
that was probably the first time like I stepped out and partied since I've been home.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
been
Like,
in the house.
he be trying to get
hiding.
me to come outside, but I'm
Yeah.
on husband time, father time. Like,
That's right.
I'll be out the way.
That's
But
right.
for that day, like, you know what I'm saying? That was a milestone birthday for me.
Got
So
to.
celebrated.
Gotta live it up, bro. 40.
Home
Gotta
for a
bring it in.
year.
Oh yeah, I have been
Yeah.
home. That was like celebrating me being home for
For
a
a
year
year.
too, though.
Getting
Oh,
off
yeah.
paperwork.
Most
Yep.
definitely, man. That's dope.
Yeah, so we party hard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was the major influences for you jumping off the porch?
Oh shit. Can I cuss, my bad?
Yeah, man.
All
Come
right.
on, man.
Just
You
making sure.
talk
I don't
your
want you
shit.
to, hurt your ads and all that. We are here to make money.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah. Most
But yeah,
definitely.
so the culture,
Yeah.
man,
Jail.
I was born in 1985, man, in Compton, California. I was born in Dominguez Valley. You feel me? So I'm a Compton baby, man. And so that influence from that time period is real. They didn't heard all the stereotypes. They know what come with being from the city. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was influenced by that heavily, man. But I'm still a good dude, man. But it's just I'm one of them dudes like I'm playing to win. You feel me? So
Yeah.
if I'm outside and I'm with my troopers, man, and we on what we on, because we ain't really the type. Even though my mom's like had a job and shit, like she was responsible. She was doing it right, so she wasn't about to be wasting money on stuff that had no value. You feel
Yeah.
me? So it's like when I want clothes and shoes and all that, it's like I ain't gonna go without. But at the same time, I'm gonna have everything I need, but it ain't gonna be everything I want. You feel me? And so I was just one of them types to where it's like, okay, well, this what you got for me. Well, I'm gonna go get the rest to get what I want. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so, when you outside and we shooting dice at school, you know what I'm saying, selling whatever we selling, like that's what we doing to earn. And so the influence is my bros. When we outside, what we are, we need some bread, what we go do? We gonna figure it out. And of course you had like certain adult figures as I grew up, you know what I'm saying, who was having nice cars, had reputations, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff that we've grown accustomed to put value into. But at the end of the day, it was like when you look at the trajectory that those influences set me on, it was like, damn, it was cool to have ambition and want to pursue getting some money, but it was like your follow through and the approach, like what was you doing to do it? Now that I know what I know now, it's like, damn, instead of jumping over counters, could have been selling bottles of water. You know what I'm saying? It would have took me a little longer to get to the money that I would have got jumping over that counter, but at the same time, I wouldn't be doing no harm and I wouldn't be taking felony risk at a young age.
Straight up. Most definitely, bro.
Yeah.
So walk me through this, bro. All right. So you jump off the porch in 96.
Mhm.
What was the first instant that you could remember where you getting into some serious trouble? And did that lead to jail time, YA, anything?
So my first time, like actually when I say jump off the porch, what I mean is committing felonies. I don't mean
Okay.
I don't mean you hanging out late or you stealing out of a store, like like candy and shit.
Right.
I'm talking about like you doing stuff that can send you to prison or
Right.
YA and stuff. And so for me, yes, incidences for sure. All the stuff that you've heard about, robbing people, selling stuff. Like I did all of it. You feel
Yeah.
me? But at the same time, it was like it was harmful, man, and it was setting us on a path that we could have been killed, or we could have killed somebody, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
most
saying?
definitely. Do you remember the feeling that your parents had when you did take a fall?
Oh, my
And what
first time
was
going to
your
the pen.
feeling like? You know, if you hit the county or other stuff, if you
Nah,
hit jail before
my
that,
first time I was 17. I went to prison. I went on my first
straight
term.
off the back of
Yeah, off the back. I didn't fight no fitness because of the nature of our crimes. It
mm,
was like, you not know, this ain't your first time as a kid being bad. Like, you doing stuff like people who are career criminals do.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So when we caught our case, I was fighting 80 years at 17.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all my
It was
hoop
gone for a
dreams,
minute.
yeah, the hoop dreams and all that stuff, that shit was out the window.
Seeing
Like,
it fade away.
Yeah.
oh, it wasn't seeing it. That shit gone.
Real time though.
Yeah, that shit over, nigga.
Ain't
Like,
nothing nobody could do
Dude,
about it.
yeah.
no, nigga, it's a wrap.
Mm,
Now you got to figure out, nigga, how you gonna make it home.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I got to get out of this pen.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
most definitely. So what was that feeling like when the judge did give you the verdict or the time? Did you have family in the courtroom? Did you have homies in the courtroom? What was that like?
Yeah, I have a nice network. You know what I'm saying? Like, my folks, they love me, bro. I appreciate them, even though I didn't appreciate them when I was young. But they always show up for me. You feel me? So I can remember having to make that call to my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like it's bad. Like, not like bad, like I'm suspended from school again, but it's bad. You got to come get me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was disappointment. It was shame, embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
it
was
was,
an honor student too, right?
yeah, not at that time. I was already fucking up at that
Yeah,
time.
okay.
But yeah, coming up in my earlier years of school, yeah, middle school and all that, I was honor roll. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
No, go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you smooth, bro. But yeah, that feeling, it was everything. And then just not knowing what was coming. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm in this situation. I'm arrested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They telling me you're not going home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So now it's like, and mind you, this is my first time going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have the camp stories and was doing all that. No, that wasn't my experience. You feel me? So when I got locked up at 17, I didn't get no, you know what an unfit is?
Nah.
So that's basically when you're a juvenile that's being charged as an adult.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you normally go through a court proceeding where you fight a fitness and they see if you know what I'm saying,
Eligible.
are eligible to fight an adult case.
Yeah.
I didn't get no fitness like
you
from
sent
out the
it.
gate. They was like, yeah, nigga,
your ass out of here.
you going to, you feel me? And so when I was trying to get to, because I played sports, when I was trying to get to Camp Kilpatrick, YA, all that, the judge was like, nah, you going to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you going to the pen.
Damn. Yeah, man. I know I have some friends, some good friends that committed certain crimes as juveniles, but it wasn't to the offense that they killed somebody or no nothing like that. But they washed,
Mm-hmm.
and they in there. They same age as me, same age as us, you, and they washed for these crimes. Are some of these laws? I know some laws are being changed,
Mm-hmm.
but by you coming home within the last year, you will have more information on those things. So have they changed some of that as far as the unfit?
Yeah, well, some of it, most of them, they still got it, but that whole system is changing as we speak. So that's moving pieces, moving forward. You know what I'm saying? But from when I first went down in 2002,
Yeah,
it's a completely different system.
and it was popping back then. Too.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like I be telling you about some of your guests or some of the other guests that come from the streets who are you know making a name for themselves in the podcast space.
Yeah.
I was there with them. We was together. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And they stories are what it is. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Man, that's crazy. Okay, so going to prison, 17 years old. Now what is life like for you? Are you just adapting to it? Are you like, this is my new home? It is what it is.
So as humans, man, we resilient. You know what I'm saying? Because I was depressed, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Stressed out. You living in a tense, anxiety-filled environment. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you have to find your windows where you can find healthy space to be able to build on yourself and not just continue to tear yourself down. You know what I'm saying? And so I experienced everything you're gonna experience. Some people get lucky and they go through prison and they don't have no RVRs, no incidences of violence. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I ain't never been that dude. You feel me? Like I don't start problems with nobody. I don't mean nobody no harm. But I ain't gonna let you do me no harm either. You feel me?
Definitely.
And so, but for me, it's been unfortunate to where I'm always at the spots where it's popping at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Say level 4
They
too,
bullshit
right?
is fire.
I'm at the boys here, just like damn, man. You feel me? And so you gonna behave how you behave in those spaces under the circumstances, and you gonna make the decisions that you make. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your first term in prison, how much time did you receive?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a juvenile, that's a long
I
time.
did from 17, and I paroled when I was 21.
So what was life like back on the streets? Was you the man?
Yeah, and I hate to say that, bro, because I don't promote that lifestyle, that world, man. It's so destructive to where I would hate to come off and some of our young kings or queens hear me get up here and brag and boast about that world. You feel me? Like that'll do me more harm knowing that I encourage them down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I came home 21, healthy, you know what I'm saying? Doing what I'm doing on the type of time that I'm on, like
Had him a little jag, he flying up and down the street.
what come with the, you doing what you doing, man. It's a lot to come with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
was it? Go ahead.
nah, yeah.
Was it ever a thought that played in your head like I don't want to go back, so I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, make some changes? Or was it like, you know what I'm saying, I'm in the streets still, I'm young, it's women, it's the cars, the money, all that shit is intriguing, and when you in it, I feel like you're not seeing the outside from looking in, like it ain't, you know what I'm saying, it ain't really cracked up at what it's said to be.
Nah, you know that. Most people who jump off the porch who choose the street life know that because for you to be intrigued enough to want to do it, you've seen something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
up.
So like this really ain't it, but it's some stuff that come with it. I'm willing to risk it to try to get those things. You feel me? But for me, it was more of a how I looked at it back in those times, bro, was I'm out here on what I'm on. When I originally came home from prison, I was going to John Wesley Barber College. You know what I'm saying? I was selling clothes on my trunk, like doing what I was doing, man. I was living in Ladera Heights at the time. You feel me? And so, but I used to, I had family that was still in the streets.
Yeah.
Family that means something to me. You feel me? And so when you play with that world, like it's fragile, homie. When you really outside, it's fragile every day. Like it could be your last call. You feel me?
Yeah.
So all it took for me was an incident involving somebody who, rest in peace, long live KC, man. But it took an incident with him to where it meant enough to me to where I was willing to risk mine to show support. You feel me? And so once I made that decision, I ain't the type of person, like if I'm with you, I'm with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So once I make my decision, I'm gonna ride till the wheels fall off.
Ain't gonna let you know too.
Yeah. And that's based off
it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And that's based off the information that's available to me, you know what I'm saying? Until I have more information to where the previous decision we made don't make sense no more, then I know how to pivot and evolve and move on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, so once I decided to jump back outside when I came home from prison the first time, like it was on, nigga. Me and this nigga every day. Like people see this, they see this right here, man. Man.
Straight up.
History for sure.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Especially in the
crazy.
In the hub and the dub area. We from Compton, bro, but we all it's small and we all family entwined. Like we really hub and the dub babies. Like Compton, Linwood, Watts. You feel
straight
me?
up.
Like that's them
up.
that domain. Yeah, we used to tear that shit up, bro.
Yeah, straight up, bro. Yeah, most definitely, man. So do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I got brothers, sisters. Yeah, my little brother, he was supposed to be here with us. He downstairs right now.
At the door.
Okay.
He missed it late. You feel me? Yeah, we got brothers, sisters.
What was that like? Coming up in a household with the siblings, and you going to prison early. How did it affect them?
So I speak to him. My little brother that's downstairs, right? So we got an 11-year age gap. You know what I'm saying? So his big brother missing from his life, like, really meant something to who he was and who he was going to develop into. So that's one of like the sore spots for me because I felt like I let him down by not being present. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Damn, man, that's deep, bro. Because a sibling is definitely your first best friend. you know, and all these things, and y'all learn so much.
We used to have his little brother with us, my little brother with us all the time. Late night in the trenches. Yeah, that's the under what. Yeah, he might not. We had his little what? That was our little dude.
Yeah,
We drinking beers and all that. I ain't gonna. Yeah,
yeah.
we got the little dude really with us. Like
So is this why he in prison?
no, no. This is why he out. Like his
Okay.
little brother, which is my little brother, which is
Yeah.
downstairs. We used to have him really with us late night though. Like, oh man, what you want to do? Come on, we go outside.
Yeah,
It's me, him, little bro. We got him with us, and he ain't nothing but like what? He like 11?
At the time.
We
So,
11. We like 21, 22.
so looking back at that, right, from hindsight, do you feel like that was the best decisions to make
Never,
by having him out with us?
never. We look at it now. We talk about it. Yeah, we was like, damn, but never.
Yeah,
That was never what we was supposed to be on. We was just, you know what I mean?
we young,
Brotherhood.
we out there,
Come on,
and we
man.
don't look at it like
Yeah,
that.
we don't look at
He
it like
with
that.
us. If anything, he
Exactly.
with us. He's safe.
it's interesting
we
you
look at
asked that though. Excuse me for cutting you off.
No, go ahead.
So by no means was that the appropriate way to be directing and guiding,
For
you know what I'm
sure.
saying, a young king. But at the same time, I'm looking at it from his environment. You feel me? It ain't gonna be a situation. I know I'm outside. I'm trooping. So the probability of me not being here is very high.
Mm-hmm.
So it's certain things that I want him to be able to navigate in my absence. You feel me? So when I show him how to bust down a quarter piece, it ain't encouraging you to sell dope, but it's like I know that this is a product that is in high demand in the environment where you encompass. And I want you to know how to be able to provide for yourself if the worst case scenario happened to you. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like, nah, I ain't telling you to sell dope. But nigga, if
If
everything
had to.
happened, nigga, and you out here by yourself and you either let somebody else cut you a piece of the pie by giving you a check and something for your time, or you get out here on your own and you hustle and make the world what you want it to reflect, right? So I'm equipped you, nigga, and you gonna make the decisions that you gonna make.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I definitely understand that because coming from our community, that's an act of love.
That
Right.
part.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
For real.
finna show you how to get it without me, like you said. From the outside looking in, they don't understand.
Not at
Because
They
it's
look
wrong
at it-
teaching.
right. But the lack of resources that we might have had, like you a felon or whatnot, if you a felon at certain times, like early 2000s and things of that nature, you ain't really. It's gonna be tough to find employment.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I could understand the love, the act of love shown, but from the outside looking in, what would you say now would be a better solution for that?
So we were doing that, but we were also paying him to. I used to promote parties back in the days, right? And so I pay him. I have him jump in the whip with me, and I pay him to go holler at females and give them flyers to come to our parties. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
that's another positive source of
Most
income,
definitely.
another way for you to earn a keep. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So
right,
I don't know if I would necessarily say it's better, but it's another option.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just different alternatives and
Yeah,
stuff
for
like
sure.
that. Most definitely, man. So, with all that being said, bro, what would you say that you have learned the most from doing your extended time in prison and coming home into society
Ooh.
and in the culture of just the gang shit, period?
So the gang shit breaks my heart. Just because oh yeah, that was the days. It was back when we used to promote, man. Yeah, the gang shit, man, it breaks my heart.
Niggas on.
Yeah.
Promoting.
Long button up.
Promoting the flyer.
Back in them days, man.
You see the flyer?
Was that like 2005, 2004 or something?
7, 6,
Something
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was the
yeah,
days
like
right
7,
there.
6.
But
See, we got long shirts on. He got the
Yeah.
flyer in his hand.
Straight
yeah,
up, straight up.
for sure.
We been at it for sure.
Excuse me, can you ask the question again?
So what's some of the things that you have learned the most within your environment, the gang culture, prison, your extended stays in there?
It might sound generic, bro, but through all those experiences, the most prevalent thing that comes to mind is just to seek God. You know what I'm saying? Like nurture that relationship first, make sure that's your primary relationship, and then things will fall into place. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through a lot when it comes to the streets, gangs, jail, you feel me? And so for me, it's just like, I'm here today. I'm this version of me today. I'm not whooped off dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mentally where I'm not able to function in society. You know what I'm saying? So that's a victory to me, bro.
Yeah.
And so when I look back on what I learned how to be a man. You know what I'm
Say that.
saying? Like when we come up in our culture, we desire titles, we desire status, we want reputations, you feel me? I think whatever your pursuits are, that's you if it fit who you actually are authentically, right? But if you don't have your foundation solid first as a man, if you don't have your principles in order, your priorities in order, then anything else that you pursue will never work.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to give up certain titles that weren't getting me where I wanted to get in life in order to get where I wanted to get. And that title that I picked up was being a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Was that hard, bro? Was it? Did you ever like have to battle your pride and your ego?
Hell yeah.
To this day, do you?
To this day.
And what's some like? What are some of the things that you do battle? Like as far as that, how would you? How would
that was
you?
a good one.
How would you? Better example. How would you resolve conflict, or would
That's
you
a
have you
dope
reached that
ass
point?
That's
question.
what I
yet?
That's a
said.
dope
Have you
ass
reached
question.
that point?
What? Resolving
To-
conflict?
Yeah, resolving
Hell
conflict.
yeah, I don't want no problems.
I don't want to speak on his behalf, but
Right.
right now, how he is now, he
Yeah.
he got a lot more to talk about. You know what I mean? He'll
Yeah.
talk to you now.
Yeah.
Back then, wasn't really no talking
Yeah, that's
to
real
us.
gangsters,
Period.
man. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
I
but
mean,
that come with
yeah.
maturity and growth, and you know what I mean. So that's what I can say about him. Like
Yeah.
now he I didn't see him talk. I'm like, bro, really talking? Okay, I respect it. Cause I do the same thing now. I apologize to you if I know I'm in the wrong. Hey, I apologize. You know what I mean? I'm man enough to say I apologize now. Back then, nigga, I apologize, nigga. Yeah, whatever. Let's do what we gonna do. Then we gonna see who the baddest after that. Then I might think about apologizing after that. On the real.
Yeah.
So
But now, yeah, go ahead, bro.
I think that it comes with it ties back into the culture, right? So where we come from, how we was raised, bro, like from a young person, like we was indoctrinated with an idea of how to deal with conflict. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know about other people, but how we was raised in our family, like our family, we not accepting no acts of aggression. You know what I'm saying? Like any act of aggression, we tripping, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it has its purpose, it has utility in life, but you run into situations, you know what I'm saying? Because you might have a situation where you dealing with someone who may not have been taught how to use the proper tones when he's talking to a man.
Right.
So he's saying what he's saying, he not really tripping, but he sound aggressive. And because of the indoctrination, how we've been taught how to deal with conflict, oh, he sound like he tripping. So he still let me start tripping then.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so it puts you in a situation that you would like afterwards, after the conflict, the violence, whatever may have taken place, you sit back and you be like, damn, bro, my motherfucking hand swole, like fucking jaw and shit
I
swole.
didn't
Like,
even have to
I
have.
ain't even had to do all that.
like for
even have
what,
to have
bro?
it like
Like
that.
what for what?
Yeah.
For what, bro?
Straight up.
And so then you get to reevaluating, was that the proper way to deal with that? But being part of these subcultures, you don't even have an opportunity to reevaluate it because your behavior has already been set before you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
So for me, when I became a man, the first thing I did was renegotiate my contract.
Yeah, talk about the contract, man. What's some of the things that you had to renegotiate?
Well, what I chose to do is start looking at stuff from an objective basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the goal here? What am I doing? You feel me? And so when you chase, like I say, titles like reputations and stuff like that, like, okay, once you get a reputation, like, it's going to take on a life of its own.
Right.
Some of the stuff that's going to be associated and attached to you is going to be true. Some of it ain't going to be true. You feel me?
Right.
People going to do what they do with it, but you have your reputation. You feel me? And so if you are known in your particular area as being somebody who is, you know, hyper violent or whatever the case may be, right? Certain situations going to neutralize themselves at a certain point before they even get to you because you're going to be dealing with people who may not be as violent or may not have the capacity for violence that you do. So before you guys even have conflict, they gonna renegotiate the exchange themselves.
Right.
Like, damn, I really don't want to go there with this nigga. He gonna
Right.
shoot me in my face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you will see situations deal with itself. But for me, sometimes you're gonna run into a bull. Sometimes you're gonna run into a bull. One of the people that I had conflict the most in the streets, a bull. So every time it's
Right.
up. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
up. You feel me? And so that come with the territory too. And that's also how you build your reputation. Right? Wrong.
Right.
But for me, it was just like, I don't want no problems, bro. I had to be honest with myself. I don't want no problems. I wake up in the day, I don't mean nobody no harm.
Say that.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you for saying that, because right now we in an era where, like, you know, a lot of us young black men, we believe that come from our respective communities, believe that you have to resolve to conflict to get the respect from the ones over you or older. And sometimes your older homies will tell you, direct you towards the violence to see what you about. But to be a man of substance, bro, I appreciate you for even saying that you don't want no violence. You ain't trying, you're not looking for that. I appreciate you for that, bro, because it's a lot of people that the pride thing, like we talked about, they can't tell that. They can't come to truce with that. They still will put up a reputation, even if they don't want problems. They don't want the people on the outside to look at them or view them as weak.
Yeah, they playing defense.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I ain't playing defense, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on that.
That's the growth. That's the growth.
Straight
in
up.
it.
That's what's up, man.
So I ain't never heard him.
Straight up.
Like back in the day, wasn't none of that. Wasn't no talk all nigga looking at you like, man, what you talking about, dude?
Sure.
But this my brother, like, you feel me? So it's like I'm a back whatever he talking about. If that's what you on the hood, that's what we on.
As you should.
I could be what I'm on, but that's what you on, that's what
As
we
you
on,
should.
bro. I'ma stand behind you every time.
Sure.
Yeah.
On the hood.
Most definitely.
And it's important, like you say, it's important that our young kings see that, bro. And this ain't something a character that I put together, this is what I want to be. Like, this how I live, bro. And this how I live in any space. I'm gonna be me wherever, you feel me? So I say that because I introduce, I don't want no problems, bro. But like I told you, like, my renegotiation was, I'm not gonna allow you to do me mine to no harm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I don't want no problems don't mean I'm not prepared or ready for problems.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that it's not beneficial for us to have conflict.
Straight up.
You know
Most
what I'm saying?
definitely.
And so I'm wise enough to see that, hold on, let's try to really dive into whatever the potential conflict is and see what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? Did I rub you wrong? Did you rub me wrong? Was someone trying to take advantage, bully? Like, we could figure this shit out without having to be violent. And then if we can't figure it out through means of communication, then we can escalate it. You feel me?
Right.
Sure.
So I got a question for you on that. So how would you resolve a conflict? Say, you got the party bangers. You feel me? They get some little drink in their system. They get to tripping. Might be cool as hell on the outside of that. But every time, they get to tripping and they want to start saying things or bringing up things that they might feel, but they have the courage to do it now. Do you separate yourself from that? Or are you proactive on it? Like, maybe I'm not, maybe this is not the event or what I want to do.
Oh yeah, but I don't associate with that world. You feel me? Like, if that's the type of energy I'm in the environment, if I go to an environment, that's the energy that's in there. This ain't the environment for me. You feel me? Like, I'm not on that no more. When I was a truly on person type of person, like, we can go. I don't care if they tripping. He got too much liquor. You better get your homie.
Straight up.
You feel me? Like, you better get your homie, bro. Or this is gonna go somewhere you don't want it to go.
Right.
But now that I'm on what I'm on, I know how to control my environment, bro. I'm a man. And if people don't agree with my personal stance, or if they not in alignment with my mission, if they not on the type of time that I'm on, then I'm just not gonna fuck around.
Say that.
Yeah.
Put the blinders on fast.
Sure. And I'm not. We almost had an incident in Vegas, bro. Like, at the club where this particular situation, and what I literally did was try to talk to the dude that was involved, let him know we ain't on nothing. He wasn't receptive to the communication.
He was tripping.
Belligerent. He turned up, but he didn't even see the situation. You feel me? Like, you're not in a favorable position right now, bro. And if I was on that, we would have been on that.
Right.
But
He was
now that I
boxed
see,
in, boxed in.
now that I see that you don't even know the harm that you in, the harm's way that you in.
We out of
I,
here.
I gotta do dummy control. I gotta think for you.
Straight up.
I gotta think for you right now.
Straight up.
So what I personally do, keep 100 with you, bro. I pray, fool. So I'll be in the middle of a conflict and I'll be communicating with God on what I need Him to intercede for me on.
Say that.
You feel me? So I say a little prayer. Once I say my little prayer, then I start talking to my brothers. Hey, come on, we out of here. Come on,
So this
Straight
let's
up.
go. We
Say
out of
that.
here. Yeah, and we
Are
get
you a
on.
religious man?
Nah, I
Spiritual.
don't subscribe to any religion. I was raised Christian Baptist, but I don't personally subscribe to any religious. To me, it's just a lifestyle choice. You feel me?
Most definitely.
So
Most
for me, it's like I have my relationship with God, have my relationship with His children, and I just align myself on the positive side of things.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Just spiritual, brother.
Yeah.
That's your relationship with God.
For sure,
Most definitely, bro. I commend
Believer
that.
for sure.
for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
I want to get into something we talked about a little bit outside. We're talking about pretty much like the rehabilitation
Yeah,
of individuals that do come home.
yeah.
Do you feel like you receive the right resources? And what is it like
Yeah.
for brothers, our color, black brothers, that have fought in the system for so long?
So with my lived experience, I have the pleasure of being able to experience like the system before it became what it is currently. So when I first went to prison, the only resources you had available to you in prison was church and AA or NA.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Those was the only rehabilitative services that was available to you back when I first went to prison. But when I went to prison on this term, I watched the change. You know what I'm saying? And so now you have great programs, people like myself who've came home and started nonprofits and are going back in and helping people. So it's two of the programs that I was blessed to be a part of. One is Anti-Recidivism Coalition, ARC.
Okay.
They dope out here on the streets and in prison. Like they really are. If you really want to get on the right path and do right, it's the best program to be a part of right now.
ARC.
Yeah, Anti-Recidivism Coalition. You know what I'm
Most
saying? And it has its goods and bads just like any other organization. But yeah, I definitely recommend them. And then one that I particularly was most excited to be a part of was CROP, Creating Restorative Opportunities and Programs. It's a sales training program that teaches you SDR training. So basically how to do technology sales, like how to sell businesses software to be able to enhance their business. You know what I'm saying? So that's another good one. So to get ex-cons into the tech space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to answer your question about the resources, current resources, if you are serious about not wanting to be in the streets no more, you have every resource available to you in California right now. The resources are there. Jobs, you know what I'm saying? Skills training. They paying for college now. They housing people. Like if the only person who's coming home from prison that don't have an opportunity to do right is a person who don't want to.
For sure.
Currently, right now. Now that can change. We got different political people in place, so that can change.
Right.
Yeah. But right now, it's a good time for them, though.
Right. So I want to get into.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Before I move past that segment, right? One of the most powerful things you could have is a network to come home to. So my network, the main person in my network that assisted me when I came home was my boy Oscar Mejia. He has a nonprofit called Welcome Home Oasis. Man, he walked me into whatever meeting I wanted to get into. He walked me right into it. You know what I'm saying?
And his name is Oscar
Mejia, for sure.
Oscar Mejia.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man. And what's the program you say?
Welcome Home Oasis.
Welcome Home Oasis, man. Most definitely. Shout out to him, man, doing good work in the community. I do want to get into your book.
Okay.
But I want to get into writing. How did you become a writer, and when did that come about?
Hell no. That shit was therapy, bro. I ain't no writer.
Nah,
hell no. My best friend is an author, Iron Anderson. He got a nice catalog of books. You feel me?
yeah.
And one of my other close friends, Melissa Riley, Mommy Grind. She's an author too and a publisher. They dope in that space. You feel me?
Okay.
But for me, it was I started this as therapy when I was going to the hole. So I don't know if you're familiar with going to the hole. When you go to the hole, whether in the county jail, prison, or whatever, when you first get there, you have none of your stuff, none of your property. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it was like, what can I do in this isolation that can make me better when I leave than when I came? You know what I'm saying? And so, of course, I did the mandatories like working out, you know what I'm saying, making sure I'm eating whatever I can and getting my proper rest in. But you have to do something in isolation, you got to do something with the mind. If you're not occupying your mind,
Go crazy.
it could get tricky. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And so for me, it was like, I love knowledge. I love business. You feel me? So I had to do something to make sure that I'm continuing to build myself, because I know that I didn't want to reintroduce a version of myself to my family that was worse than the version that left. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And so I just started doing little work, reading, and I just put notes together of stuff that I felt I may be able to utilize later on in my journey. And so from that, I started developing relationships with the young kings in my environment, you know what I'm saying? Like people's brothers, nephews, you know what I'm saying, sons. And so it's like I looked at that relationship as uh, a responsibility, you feel me? I felt like if your little brother, your son, you know what I'm saying, your nephew come around me, I'm gonna give him a version of me that's gonna, challenge him to be the better version of himself. That ain't gonna let him continue to function off a dogma. You know what I'm saying? And just try to do my best to be a positive influence of what it's like to be a black man in this country. You feel me?
Mm.
And so from there, just like all my young kings, they love me, bro. You feel me? And so it took on even more of a responsibility. Like, damn, okay, well, what you doing? What you got going on, man? Like, you building? You gonna go home and do the same thing? And you start seeing that most people in prison don't have a plan.
Not at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if you lost, we all lost. We lost the game.
Yeah.
We sitting in this cell right now. So if you lost and you don't have a plan and you're
Coming
not
back.
working on the plan, man, what the fuck you gonna do? What you
up.
think? What you think about to happen?
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I wasn't one of those older ones around you that's gonna be, I want to hear all your war stories. I'm gonna listen to them because it's important to you. But then I'm also gonna challenge you on stuff that's important to me. If I listen to you, you gotta listen to me. That's how I go.
Straight up.
And so when it's my turn, I got some business for you. I got some spirit. I got some mental health. You feel me? I got something positive for you, bro. That's all you gonna get from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so one of my young kings, man, from Stockton, we was I was letting him read some of my notes, and he was like, man, what I'm gonna do when you gone? You feel me? And I'm like, man, you on some square shit, nigga. Fuck you mean what you gonna do? You gonna keep on living.
Yeah.
You feel me? He was like, nah, nigga, I be needing to tap in with you because you keep me focused. Woo. So it just made me start thinking. It was like, damn, I got a lot of young kings like that I done ran into on this last term, this 13 years I done did, because I'm a different version of myself. You
Right.
feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, what could I do that could leave them something that'd be like direction? Like, when
Straight
you
up.
lost, nigga, you didn't went on a binge messing with that spice or that meth, you feel me? And you lost everything. You in the hole. Like, here go a little info to get you back on. If you don't know where to
Right.
go, here goes some little jewels. You feel me?
Right.
Get back on your square, Brody.
Yeah. Most definitely, man. How did the title come about, bro? I think it's pretty much self-explanatory
Mhm.
for me. But you with your trials and tribulations, why did you choose that as the title? And get into a little bit about what can we look forward to in the book.
So that's a personal title, man. Even if you look at the artwork on the cover, man, the reflection, man, that's like, this game gonna beat you up, bro. I ain't seen nobody come through this, man, that leave without scars, homie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's inevitable. It's inset in the game, right?
Straight
And
up.
so for me, it was just like I'm around all the kings, the young kings who've been beat up by life. I see the low self-esteem, that don't want to make eye contact. I share it. You feel me? I know how anxiety and stress have forced me to be socially awkward. You feel me? And I know that this is mental warfare. This is designed this way because they don't want you to operate as the best version of yourself. You feel me? So for me, it was just like, nigga, when y'all see me working out with my music on and I'm smiling, nigga, and y'all like, this thing LD crazy. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
or when you see me and it's a situation and I'm popping about this money and I'm invigorated by it, like I'm empowered, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the life, fool. Like, that's what you should be excited about. You feel me? And when you getting beat up by this game, tap into these spaces where you can be encouraged, you can be uplifted, and somebody can pour back into your cup. You feel me? And so it was just looking at the, you know what I'm saying, the the harm that's been done to our folks, man, and the hanging of the heads. And it was like, nigga, you a king, nigga.
Yeah.
Get your chin up, nigga.
Say that.
Every time they see you, make sure you reflect, nigga, your ancestors, nigga.
Say that.
Stick your chest out,
Say
nigga.
that.
You know what I'm
Say
saying?
that.
So that's where that came from, bro.
Yeah. It's real important, man. That's real important, especially for the young kings to know that.
For sure.
It's always about and embedding that confidence in them coming early, you know, because once you got that confidence and you achieve something, you're gonna continue to achieve and go to the next level and knock these goals out. And it was all built off the foundation of having confidence.
For sure.
Talking
You know?
shit.
So that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Um,
So a few things in there that I highlighted, right? So there's certain battles that come with prison, right? That is inevitable. Like I said, the environment is high intense and tension. You feel me? Like you gonna have to encounter your fair share of negative energy, negative vibes. You feel me? And so I wanted to make sure that people had opportunity to go to things outside of the pharmaceutical drugs they give you for free in prison. You know what I'm saying? And so I talk about a few things on the mental health aspect, certain ways that you can do breath exercises to calm yourself down instead of going to, you know, Suboxone or whatever drug you using, you feel me? Or how you can work out and get that same dopamine release that you would from using drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Most
Just
definitely.
balancing it. Not saying that don't do that stuff, but it's like if you gonna do something that could potentially be harmful, at least balance it with something that's you know, helpful and beneficial for you too.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely.
So
Yeah, got to substitute for the positive thing.
got to, man. You gotta balance it.
And I'm glad you brought up mental health because you know, we in a time right now, mental health is very, very effective. It's always been effective, but us having more of the knowledge and resources now is very effective. But what you spoke of, like working out,
Yeah.
that's one of the things that you can do. And I feel like you can't necessarily, if you suffering from anxiety, depression, PTSD or whatnot, you can't look for something to just say, oh, I'm gonna get into and get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? You
That's
can
unrealistic.
be consistent with something to manage
Yeah,
your
that part.
depression.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
can you
Fight
talk
back.
about fight back? That's the fight back, right?
for
Being
sure.
active,
Yeah, for
positive things.
For sure.
So can you talk about that a little bit on mental health and if you still struggle with certain things in mental health because 13 years from your last bid and you just been home for only a year. That's a long time, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a, like you say, it's a battle, man. Like this ain't something that you just, oh, I won, it's over with. Man, hell no, man. So yeah, the struggle with mental illness is something that I would, you know, continue to be diligent with. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep my weeds clean at my garden, my mental garden. I try to limit like my exposure to things that I know are triggering or may not be, you know, in alignment with what I want my life to reflect. You feel me? So I'm conscious of what I let in my body. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then I also take time to do the work to rid myself of stuff that shouldn't have been let in anyway. That's part of the working out. You know what I'm saying? Meditating. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the biggest things for me to help me with the depression I was in when I was at Pelican Bay. You know what I'm saying?
what is can you explain to me what is meditating? Because I've heard a lot of different forms of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not too sure. You know, I've done the exercises that was told on for like YouTube or whatnot. But what is meditating?
It can take on many forms. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different indoctrinations out there and ways to do it. But for me, what I used in those times was I did breathing exercises. So I focus on my breathing and then I try to keep my mind clear, like with nothing, just thinking
That's
about
what it's
nothing.
about right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Keeping your mind clear, like
Right.
nothing going on. Let me relax. Feel me? That's your meditation right there. Whatever it is to get you to that stage, that's what you need to do for sure.
Okay. So pretty much keep smoking my weed.
Yeah, we blow
That
too.
part.
That's one of our
Yeah.
number one forms of medication.
Meditation.
You know
Most
what I'm
definitely.
saying? Like, you,
Sure.
I want to get into that, bro.
Sure.
Talk about your other business endeavors. With the online dispensary being one of them.
Yeah, for sure. So my I'm the CEO and owner of Our Ideas LLC. So that's the umbrella, and there will be subsidiaries to come up under that. You know what I'm saying? But one of our our portfolio is mostly built of real estate, and then we have like the medical, the marijuana industry too.
Okay.
And so we provide flour in any form that you consume it in. You know what I'm I'm saying?
Mm.
And so we have a delivery service to where you can have like your gummies and your capsules and things of the sort. We have products where you can bake your food with our product. It can be
What's
at your
the
door.
website?
You can check my links on my link tree. Just click
It's
the
on your
link on
link
my
tree.
page. Yeah.
Okay, bet.
For sure. You can
Definitely.
order there. And then if you have we have a delivery service for the local consumers also to where you can tap in with us and we'll have your product to you within an hour.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was important to go into that space because I looked at the state of the world we lived in, right? And so I'm a mama's boy, bro. And so I looked at all the stress and the harm that my lifestyle has done to my mom. And so what I wanted to do when I got my life right was provide some type of help and assistance for single moms who are going to be going through the same thing my mom went through. And a lot of it is, day-to-day life is stress-based, you know what I'm saying? And so you'll have people who will go to work and then come home and have a glass of wine. So we wanted, or some people who are, using these pharmaceutical drugs to be as a crutch for them. So it's like if you got people who popping these Xanax pills and these Adderalls and all that stuff. Well, why not offer a natural and a healthy product that they can utilize to share the similar body? You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So for me, that was a passion project for me, wanting to offer our folks, you know what I'm saying, a quality flower products that they can go to instead of going to the pharmaceuticals.
Most definitely. Most definitely. That's what's up, man. And you talked about the real estate portfolio.
For
Can
sure.
you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So my particular interest in real estate is the buy and hold approach. You know what I'm saying? We want to buy rentals. We want to have properties that continue to appreciate in value that bring us cash flow. So that's the
Yeah.
goal, just to continue to expand that portfolio. Pretty sure we'll get into some commercial, and then we have some other opportunities that we're looking at for the transitional space and group homes also.
Most definitely, bro. Most definitely. That's a good deal. I want to jump into fatherhood a little bit.
Dope.
You're a father, right?
I am, man.
Father, how many, man?
I have 2 daughters, and then I have a bonus daughter also.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I have a senior in high school and a junior in high school.
Okay.
And then my
Girl
bonus
dad,
daughter.
for real. Back
Yeah,
to
I'm a
back.
real girl dad for sure.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit with what was it like being away from them
Hmm.
13 years straight?
Man.
You trying to hit, huh?
Is it you can't even explain? Is it just a feeling that's
I'm a dad, bro. Like I ain't one of those dudes who didn't care, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though I knew what came with the territory from the life that I was living, but it's still like I love my babies, bro.
say that?
You know what I'm saying? I love my babies, man. And so to have to navigate, I was fighting life, bro. They tried to give me life. So I have to navigate waking up for a year in the county jail with them trying to take my life from me to where I won't be able to get out here in this world and function with my kids and my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, super stressful, bro.
Yeah.
Hard. It was hard.
Yeah.
Amidst like having to navigate everything you're dealing with in that environment. You feel me?
Yeah.
So just watching your kids grow up through pictures, man, is something that you can never you can articulate it, but
Can't
the
get
words
back.
that I use won't even give it the proper weight that it deserves. You feel me?
Right.
Like I'm talking about crying in pillows. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about working out extra hard just to do something with the pain. You know what I'm saying? Like it was rough. It was tricky, bro. It was tricky. You know what I'm saying? And it does more harm than what you think when you jumping off the porch. You thinking it is what it is. They gonna be all right, and they will. You know what I'm saying? Because they got kids too, right? But it don't take away from the scars and the pain when they was going through what they was going through.
Mm.
You got to come home. So that was one of the things I made a point to. Like I say, I was blessed to not necessarily be in that much of survival mode when I came home, to where I can focus on reacclimating myself and, you know what I'm saying, adding value and being of support for my family, you know what I'm saying, for the first year. That's been my goal, just acclimating myself to society and nurturing the bonds that I have with my family members. You know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely.
Yeah.
That's important, man. That's important. What's some of the challenges coming home and with fatherhood?
Shit, man, you a father, but you ain't that father. Like they gonna listen to you, they gonna hear you out. You know what I'm saying? They gonna depending on what type of kids you got too. Um, it's been hard just finding a place to where they could trust me, finding a place where they was even willing to listen to what I have to say.
Exactly, because I ain't been for so long, so that's
Right.
gonna be hard.
Right.
Off top, that's hard.
Right. So how did you insert yourself back into their life? You know, because I would think my father, he been in prison for almost it's 30 years, right?
Yeah.
So I told him, when that day come, I'm a grown man, but you still my pops,
Yeah, right.
But at the same time, don't come home on some I gotta be right by you because I gotta make up this time. Look, it is what it is. I'm an adult now. You have grandchildren, and that's gonna play itself out.
Right.
Us as men,
Facts.
just being around each other. You don't have to feel like you have to force anything.
Facts.
So,
Let it come natural.
how did you insert yourself into your girls?
So I tried to stay active while I was gone. Like I was gone, but I was still active. I would share my opinions. Like I'm writing letters, you know what I'm saying, sending gifts, calling when I can. You feel me? Like I was still active. So it wasn't like I was some stranger when I did come home, but at the same time, it wasn't just full like open arms either. You feel me?
Yeah,
So one of the things I had to tell myself before I came home was be yourself, man. Like don't try, just be.
that part.
You know what I'm saying? And so I came home and I just been showing up or trying to show up. You feel me? And it's a process, man. It's a process. I appreciate my babies for even like engaging with me because they don't owe me that. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
could have opted out. Like you opted out on our life, we gonna opt out on you being in it. You feel me?
Yeah,
But they gracious. You know, they beautiful young princesses, man. They definitely the biggest blessings of my life, bro.
most definitely.
Sure.
Most definitely. You got anything you want to add?
Nah, he got it. He got it. That's deep.
Most definitely.
That's deep. I just know what he been going through. So just to hear him speak on this, like,
Yeah, yeah,
touched me too,
yeah.
for sure.
And I gotta commend you too, bro, for staying down, staying solid. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and being somebody that my mans can confide in and trust.
Yeah,
You know,
for
that's
sure.
definitely important, man.
Sure.
So shout
Shit,
out
I
to
was
y'all, bro.
doing time myself.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Glad you out here. Look where you at.
But this the
Bust
longest
down already.
I've been home, bro.
For
It's the
sure.
longest I've been home
For
since
sure.
I've been 18 years old. I'm like so like I don't even know how to explain it, bro. But
Yeah.
it's a feeling that it's like it feel good.
We gotta get you up in here, man.
On the
We
real.
gotta get you back, man. We gotta definitely get y'all back up in here.
For sure,
Sure.
You know,
buddy.
but before we conclude this interview, is there anything that you want to add?
Yeah, man. So one of the main things to me about this opportunity is just to be able to highlight some of my circle and the different ventures that we have. So shout out, of course. You see, I got the Zombies Only clothing on. That's my boy Tommy, man. Tap in to Zombie Only. Grab you some of that merch. And then my best friend, he's in the credit repair space, is credit. You know what I'm saying? That's my bro. He does good work helping you build from where you at, remove what needs to be removed, and add it what can bring you to the next level of the game. We also have a nonprofit, like I spoke about, doing the group home. So Imagine That Inc. is our nonprofit. So we be working on that. And we also have Steven Floorings for any of your industrial flooring needs. We do polycrete. We do everything. You feel me?
Most definitely.
So
man.
that's pretty much it. Just wanted to highlight my folks, my circle, bro.
Most definitely, as you should, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for having, man. Thank you for coming through,
Sure.
man. It was a dope one, man.
Appreciate
Bucko,
you.
thank you for coming through as
All
well,
the time,
man.
all the time.
Look, y'all go get the book. Y'all can get it off of Amazon. Chin Up, Chest Out by Mr. Brandon Smith.
Appreciate
Y'all
you.
got it here first, man.
Compton up.
You already know. You don't know next time you're going to see him do an interview, because the damn podcast, we get the exclusives. We get the good ones in here, you know what I'm saying? So quit playing.
Appreciate you.
Pleasure. On the real. Thanks for having us.